Well, Vegas was the new frontier community in New Mexico, considering there were so many older than it. Although people came out here as early as the 1600s and the 1700s, passed here many times, they were always run out. The Spanish, when they got here, they were always run out of here. They tried to graze their animals here, but the Kiowa Apache, the Kiowa Apache, the Faraona Apache, pushed them out of here. They could not really graze their animals here, and the pastures were just incredible here. It was a perfect place to graze animals. And there was fresh water here. It was an ideal place. Now the Jicarilla Apache were here as well. Their encampment was at the hot springs, okay, as early as 1450 AD. So they're probably the second residents of this area. First residents of this area were probably a spin-off from the Tecolote Pueblo, who came and did ceremony at the springs. And then when they abandoned their pueblo in 1350, that was it for them. However, the Pecos Pueblo were doing ceremonies at the springs as early as about 500 AD. So when you really look at the beginnings of this whole area, you really have to look in terms of the Native American presence, the Pueblo presence, the Pecos Pueblo, it's called Sicuye, and Tecolote Pueblo. Tecolote Pueblo, which was located exactly where the village of Tecolote is today. So the origins of this place as a residence or as a grazing area, that it started with Luis Maria Cabeza de Vaca. Okay. He had three families, he had three wives, and he had three families and 21 children. And he came out here with his cousin, which was Miguel Romero y Vaca, my great-great-grandfather. And they came out here in 1819 to graze the animals, and they were forced out. And Luis Maria was, of course, the elder, and he was the one that had the animals. He had the herds. And my great-great-grandfather was just one of the cowhands, as we call them, vaqueros. Vaqueros are cow men. Cowboys are, when I was a little boy and I was 3 years old and I was riding horses, that's a cowboy. And then you grow up and you get to be 18 years old and you're an adult, and then you become a vaquero. So you're a vaquerito, and then you become a vaquero. So this whole idea of cowboys and Indians just is so ridiculous to me, because all these big guys and they're doing all this stuff and riding broncos and everything else, and they're cowboys? No, they're cowmen. And so it's something little things that I like to straighten out in history, and especially the language, since my background is in teaching university Spanish, university history, especially New Mexico history, the Southwest history, Native American studies, Chicano studies, Latin American studies, Mesoamerican studies, and the history of Spain and the Arab Empire, because Spain and the Arab Empire were together for 8 centuries. So that's why many of the people here, if you know the Medina family, Medina is where Muhammad was born, the town of Medina. Okay? And so the Medinas they all have that Arab connection, all the way back to the Prophet Muhammad.